What's up, everybody? It's your boy from Black Cat Panther Podcast, and I'm here rocking it with you again, man. It's a Wednesday night check-in, and I just want to say, hey, man, I wanted to kick it in with you guys for a little while, man. Just wanted to kick it in for you guys. Do a little temperature check to make sure everybody's still feeling good, man. But for a minute, what I'm going to do is right before we get started, I'm gonna play this little video while we wait, get a little bit of get a couple people up in here for a little second. So I'm gonna go ahead and just play this video. Anybody who saw it, you saw it going down with the Carolina Panthers. They drop a new addition to the uniforms, and they are fire. So just in case you haven't saw it, I'm going to just play it for you for a little bit.
Okay, and action, Brian.
When I get this arm through, I'm gonna put my head through.
Okay. And then everybody just pull it down.
Okay.
Pull it down. Everybody pull it down. 1, 2, 3.
Going. I feel like we're both on the other side. Oh, there we go. We're almost there. Are you okay?
The head's out. Pull it out. It's like a brain.
Baby.
Remember that?
It's a boy. You tell us what you see, what you like of the helmet?
Yeah, I like the colorway. I like the black. It's matte black and that, satin black or whatever. But it's mad cool. It's like our evil twin. It's gonna be like our alter ego type thing.
What do you think of it with all black unis?
I think it's gonna be a good intro to Halloween.
This is a reflection in the helmet scene. So we're
Screw it. Oh man. Appreciate that, Mr. Maha. It's lagging over here. I'm just going to cut it. But what I was doing, man, is just for anybody who didn't see it already, man. We got some new unis, man, and I have to say they are fire. I'm telling you right now. We might be the hardest out there. Hopefully we won't lose too bad to the Falcons. Hopefully we should win that because we could be fresh out there. But just to say, we got a lot going on tonight, man. We're going to be ranking the NFC South, just in case you're wondering. We also had a lot of lists that come out. It's the NFL's top wide receivers. We had a lot with the running backs come out and the DNs, edge rushers that came out. So, yeah, man, we got a lot of content that's going to be coming out this way tonight. I just want to kick it with you guys, do a little temperature check and see how y'all feeling about everything, man. I'm just hold on for a minute. I'm going to give y'all 1 second. Oh, that black on black is crazy. That black and black on that's crazy, drama. Tell you right now, we're gonna strut out there and we better win. When you put out uniforms this hard and you go out there, you better win. That's all I got to say. Black on black, we better not lose on lose. Oh man, because I'm telling you right now, whether it's Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ridder, the Atlanta Falcons, they're not going to just lay over for us just because we got some hot unis on, man. They ain't about to do that, man. I'm going to let you know that right now. It's going to be crazy out there. And I have to say, man, I'm looking forward to it. If anybody out there looking forward to it, we got a lot of expectations for the season. I've been saying it. I've been clamoring for it, beating on the desk. This is a new and revamped offense under McAdoo. And I'm letting you know right now, if you guys caught Unc earlier, Unc started scratching the surface of how everything changed with the state of the Carolina Panthers. And I'm letting you know right now, man, it's going to be ridiculously crazy this year. So I'm letting you know, quarterback, we got to upgrade in Baker Mayfield. Where does he rank in the NFC South right now? Where do you guys think that Baker Mayfield ranks in the NFC South? Because if you look in our division, and we got some quarterbacks in our division. We don't have some of the best quarterbacks in our division, but we got some quarterbacks. You got old TB12. You got Baker Mayfield, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. You got the PJ Walkers of the world, Andy Dalton. You got also, Desmond Ridder. Matt Corral is over there as well. I mean, the list goes on if I had to stop and just rank everybody on what the position is on the inside of the NFC South, I'd have to say, man, TB12 is going to be sitting very far at the top. And it's going to be a night and day difference. What's up, Omar? How you living? It's going to be a night and day difference, man, because Tom Brady last season had 5,317 yards. The man is unhuman. The man is a freaking mutant, man. I don't know how he keep doing it. I don't know what kind of four-leaf clover he got in his back pocket, but TB12 just keeps on living, man. I don't know how he keep doing it. So he threw for 43 touchdowns, just in case y'all didn't realize it, with 12 interceptions. Now, I'm gonna say this. Eric Blanken's number 2. Baker's number 2 behind Brady in the South. I agree, Mr. Mile High. I definitely agree. The list came out, and somebody had Jameis number 2 because they thought that he had more potential than Baker Mayfield. But I don't agree on that, and I'm just being honest because I'm looking at what Jameis Winston started doing last year before he got hurt. He had 1,100, which is 1,170 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, which is very efficient for a good start. And they were doing really well up until the point he got hurt. But after he went down, I mean, you got to also look at what Baker Mayfield's number was last season. Baker Mayfield's numbers wasn't sorry either. I'm going to let you know that right now. 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Well, the GOAT Tom Brady had 12 interceptions. So I say that to say, for anybody feel that Baker Mayfield isn't going to be feel like Baker Mayfield isn't going to be efficient. I mean, Tom Brady wasn't the most efficient, but he got the job done. Now, can Baker Mayfield crack the realm of 4,000 yards next season? Can he do that? That's the question. If Baker Mayfield goes out there and trots out there and give us at least 4,000 yards, oh, man, we got a problem in Carolina. That's going to be a problem, man. We're going to end up re-signing this cat, and he's going to be our answer for the short term. And with that being said, the hierarchy in the NFC South is going to probably be Brady retiring. And Baker Mayfield, you could possibly be looking at the best quarterback in the NFC South at that moment. Man, there's 2 guys. I don't know what's the deal. What's up, Lonzo? I don't know what's the deal. But for some reason, Tom Brady, just like how he said, Tom Brady and LeBron has the hyperbolic time chamber, man. I don't know how these cats keep doing it, man. They just keep getting younger and younger and younger. And for some reason, man, it's like I was so happy when Tom Brady retired. I was happy when he crept off and went to the couch. And then I look around, this motherfucker came trot right back out here. And I said, dang, here we go. Here we go. You need that mod treatment, bro? Oh, man. Oh, man. Bro. Come on, Lonzo. Come on, Lonzo, man. First of all, I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now. If you are watching this and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Like and subscribe to the channel. And I will be doing, because I'm trying to get my subs up, I will be doing a random giveaway to the 75th subscriber. Whoever my 75th subscriber is, which I can see it, I will reach out to you, and I will have you, basically, you can pick anything from keeppoundingtvshop.com on me. I'll take care of the bill because I appreciate you guys just that much. So I just want to, if I reach out to you, once I get to 75, all I need is a address and a size, and, let me know. Any t-shirt you want in the keeppoundingtvshop.com. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Tell somebody, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell anybody you need. Just don't tell Tom Brady. Yeah, man. So with that being said, if I had to rank everybody, I'm putting TB12 number 1. Yeah, man, I'm from Charleston, man. Well, I'm originally from this area called King Street, South Carolina, which is up the street from Charleston, and I live right here in this area called Somerville, South Carolina. You familiar with that? So if I had to originally rank everybody where they sit at, man, Tom Brady gonna always be number one. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Tom Brady gonna be number one. Baker Mayfield is gonna be number two until Tom Brady decides to go. And after that, Jameis is gonna have to take that hard number three, man. And I know anybody that's watching that's a Saints fan is like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah. Until Jameis show me otherwise after this injury, he gonna have to take that hard number three. And I think the rest of them is irrelevant because Marcus Mariota, he's a non-factor. I think Desmond Ridder is going to probably beat him out, and he's going to probably take the rims of that team over soon. So Andy Dalton, I didn't even know Andy Dalton was on the Saints. You got family in Kingsbury and Andrews? Boy, they're my people over there. I got family in Andrews too. So with that being said, I'm a round up the NFC ranking for the quarterbacks because, like I said, I think we number two with what we got. And I'm gonna be honest, man. If Baker Mayfield come in and ball out this season and do anything that he did, any resemblance of that 3,000 that he put up last year, oh man, it's gonna be crazy because we're gonna get some wins, man. Y'all gonna see us in the win column. And I said it before. 10-7 is where I see this team going. Now I know I had a couple of lives where you guys heard me get a little discouraged, but I'm telling you right now, I'm sticking with it, man. I'm sticking with it. As long as Matt Rule don't fuck it up, I'm sticking with it. 10-7. How y'all feeling out there? Where y'all think we're gonna be at this season? Y'all think we're gonna make the playoffs? Or at least the wild card, you know, squeeze your way into the wild card. Jameis without Sean Payton is terrible. Well, we're gonna see what Dennis made of because Dennis got Winston, man, and that boy there a headache. I don't know if they realize it yet, but that boy is a headache. Boy, he make my whole ass itch. So Jameis Winston, Lord have mercy, get it together, son. But we also had some stuff that came out. They did the NFL's top wide receiver list after they dropped the Madden. And looking for your boy DJ. DJ, you out there? DJ. If we go through the list where everybody had, they basically listed everybody except for DJ Moore in the top 15. I'm not even going to even say the top 10. So that posed me to hit the question, where is DJ Moore officially? Is he a top 15 receiver or not? Because the consensus with everybody out here is saying he ain't. I'm saying with the product of a quarterback system that he didn't have, the product of not having a coach, also not having an offensive coordinator, you can't judge DJ Moore because through all of that, this cat still had consistently 1,100 yards, no matter who throwing him the ball. And I really think, you think our team more talented than the Browns? I really do too, man, because CMC, now, hold on, let's line this up. Chubb or CMC? A healthy Chubb, a healthy CMC. I'm taking CMC, bro. 1,000 and 1,000. Ain't too many guys doing that, bro. I'm telling you right now, a healthy CMC is such a problem, bro. You have no idea what the danger that this guy can do when he's on the field. I'm telling you right now. And then you look around, wide receivers, you had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. Well, Odell Beckham Jr. was hurt half of the year. So you got DJ Moore, you got Robbie Anderson, Terrence Marshall Jr., and Rashard Higgins, which was his old receiver back in Cleveland, which I haven't even gotten to any of the other guys that's, basically down the fourth and fifth parts of the depth chart. But I'm just naming those off the top. Those are an upgrade on what he had. Now, what he did have was better tight ends. And Njoku was way better than any tight end that we got. I don't even have to name the other guy because Njoku was enough already. And I'm telling you right now, if we can get any kind of service out of Tommy Tremble or Ian Thomas. Those are the two key points because tight end is so vital to us this year. It's going to be a make and break thing with us because we need that guy to be able to stretch the field and be the security blanket for the quarterback. And we haven't had that since Greg Olsen retired. Let's just be honest. We haven't had that. And so coming in, we got Tommy Tremble, we got Ian Thomas. But I always tell these guys, and I'm preaching it in every live that I do, Josh Babix is a guy that you guys need to look out for. He's on our roster, and they got him penciled in at like number 4, either 5 at tight end. But I think he's low-key probably one of the sleeper, probably one of the best skill sets that we have on the team. Because if you look at his highlights, you look at all his games last year from North Dakota State, the guy got it done. He was giving niggas the business on the field. And I think with the right coach in the right system, which this is a 2 tight end system that we're running, predicated heavily on the run, I'm telling you right now, your boy should be able to get out there and spread that field. You said besides Njoku, that's it. Wide receiver, we can stretch the field, and in McAdoo offense, they should eat when it's time to pass the rock. The problem is look at Ian Thomas numbers and look at Tommy Tremble numbers from last year. Now, granted, they were used as blocking tight ends majority of the time. They were used as blocking. But the Cats only got 100 damn yards apiece, 180 yards apiece, both of them. And they barely scratched the surface. And this is where it's most important, in the red zone. If your tight end is not spreading the field in the red zone, you are in trouble. Because, okay, granted, you can use one as a blocker and, to help pick up on any blitzes that's coming. But you can also use one to spread the field. And we never did that. But that's a product of Joe Brady and what I was saying before when I said Joe Brady was not ready for the true NFL level. And that's why he ended up getting fired. Because when you started running these plays where they're basically doing, the plays were so elementary last year. And the sad part was Sam Darnold could not even comprehend what Joe Brady was even trying to put out there. But that's old news. Like I said, Joe Brady got fired for it. So a nigga had to pay for it. And that's what happened. With that being said, can we get the most out of these tight ends this year? Can we get the most out of it? What would signify getting a good production from the tight ends position this year? I'm looking around to say maybe if we can get one tight end to give us at least 400 yards and the other one at least give 200 to 300. But if we can get Tommy Tremble to step up and give us at least 400 to 500 yards, because tight ends don't have to produce so high. They just have to be able to produce when it's needed the most. And that's in red zone, short yardage, right at the goal line and goal line situations. We need him to come through and be able to be that guy to basically sneak in and get behind defenders and get those one-on-one lineups with those linebackers and take advantage of it. I think Tommy Tremble has the skill set to do it, but will he break out? I mean, he's still young. And you know what trips me out? We had a guy in Dan Arnold last season that was taking advantage of every opportunity that he got, and we trade the bitch for C.J. Henderson. Oh, man, look at his stats when they traded him. When we traded him, the cat had like 320 yards already for the season. And after that, I'm like, there it is. There it is. After we traded Dan Arnold for C.J. Henderson, that was the worst move that we could have ever made on that offense because that was one guy that Sam was actually using. Dan Arnold was out there catching. He was actually making catches and he was producing. That comes to show you how skillful and how useful a tight end set is. If you had him, because they had Ian Thomas in the background just blocking, but they had Dan Arnold getting vertical on niggas out there, man. Yeah, Dan Arnold. They had him out there getting vertical and spraying the field out there. and then you use him as a trade piece because we didn't have any leverage to get anybody. But I guess they thought we were going to be the Justice League of cornerbacks because we had J.C. Horn, and I think J.C. Horn had just went down and got hurt. So the mind frame was they thought that we were contending. I don't know where the hell they got that from. 3 games where we went with Donald against lackluster teams, and they think we're contending. Okay, that just show you how far off our office was, but it is what it is. So then not only do we trade for Henderson, we also trade for Stephon Gilmore after Henderson gets traded, and he looks like he is in a piece that's ready. Then Dante Action Jackson, I always call that nigga Action Jackson, he goes down. And you look around, we go from a strong room with all these cornerbacks to everybody on the injury list. I don't know what happened, man. But I'll tell you this. We have to get some kind of production this year out of that tight end room. I need Ian Thomas. I need your boy Tommy Tremble, or whoever they may have penciled in at number 3 to step it up this year, because it has to. We have to get some kind of production, because Robbie Anderson, if you guys ask me, is not a serviceable number 2. And I said this before. I've heard other people say this before. He's a one-trick pony. All he can do is speed past you and get deep. So we need another guy that's cutting cross, that's able to maneuver and do some route running. We need some of that, man. Enough is enough, man. I'm tired of being the joke out there on the field, man. We got to get some guys up and moving, and we got to get some catches, man. We got a quarterback now where I believe that he can deliver the ball. And granted, no matter how you guys may feel about Baker, Baker can deliver that ball. His numbers say that. Now, he's not going to be out there giving you 40 touchdowns. So nobody should expect 40 touchdowns from Baker Mayfield. But he will give you a good 17 to 20. Maybe 25 if he's feeling froggy. Or, in his words, feeling dangerous. Oh, man. But if you're watching this and you like it, man, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you haven't already, man, find your way to keeppoundingtvshop.com. Make sure you hit up Big Cat with some of that merchandise and, show some love over there. If you haven't already, go to Unk2020 and follow on his channel, man. Real great content out there. You say we need to use Robbie aggressively down the field with play action. Well, I'm gonna tell you something about this right here. In order to have play action, you got to have a running back that's on the damn field. And Christian McCaffrey being hurt last year ruined any chance of play action that we had last year. So, coming in this year, we got Chuba Hubbard and we got Dante Foreman. I believe that my guy, Dante Foreman, is going to get more looks than Chuba Hubbard. Because for some reason, Chuba Hubbard, when it's time to come out that backfield, he really, 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 I don't know if he just can't find the holes, if it's the gap control from the line, and he's trying to figure out which way to go. But he seems like to me he'd be overthinking which direction to go too much. And I think I need to see him, really develop into a smoother runner. And that would really help out Chuba Hubbard a whole lot. He would come ways. But, I mean, Foreman is that guy. He's going to power up that ball. He's going to give us short. Y'all remember when we had Tolbert? What it looked like when we had Stewart and Tolbert? And then we had, Stewart was more like a power back, but he was also able to get down the field as fast. Tolbert came in for those 2-yard, 3-yard runs we had to get in there and really power it up when Cam wasn't doing it. So I look for Foreman to be used like how we use Tolbert, almost like a fullback, halfback, That's what we kind of need, because we need somebody to really push the pile. And I hate to say it, Chuba too light in the ass to do it. I really hate to say it, man. Who did say Robbie a solid number 2? He be tripping and stuff. He's serviceable with a serviceable quarterback and solid enough wide receiver. Okay, if you say so. I'm not high on Robbie because he just don't know when to shut the fuck up. That's basically what's wrong with Robbie Anderson. You ever been turned off? Like you meet this girl, you like her, You be like, damn, she fine. Then she open up her mouth and fuck every single thing up. That's what Robbie Anderson doing. Robbie Anderson is the motherfucker that won't shut the fuck up. It's just like he gets on social media, he gets out here, and he feel like his life need to be on camera 24/7. Like, I give a damn what he thinks. Robbie, I don't give a damn about what you think. I really don't. I don't care if you're a real nigga. I don't, Robbie. You got shit to prove to me. Niggas die every day trying to prove shit to people. I ain't got shit. I don't give a damn, Robbie. So with that being said, yeah, we gotta learn. We gotta lean on Foreman and Chuba, man. Robbie, to me, just to go back to Robbie real quick. I'm gonna be honest with you, MD. Robbie ass is gonna end up going down to wide receiver number 3. Watch. Robbie is going to go down to number 3 because I see Terrence Marshall Jr. is popping out. Like, if you were watching Panther Network the other day and they had this catch where he was out there just extended out, the dog looked like he ready to get in the pile and just eat. I'm telling you, Terrence Marshall Jr., what a quarterback. And that's what I say. DJ Moore, what a quarterback. Terrence Marshall Jr., what an actual quarterback. This is a different story, man. This team right here with somebody who ain't going to fuck up the play is going to look entirely different. Entirely different, man. I don't care what anybody say, man. When you take time to really pay attention to what Baker Mayfield does, Baker Mayfield could sling that rock, man. I don't know if y'all are paying attention. 3,000 yards, 3,500 yards, 3,800 yards in his first couple of seasons, that's slinging the rock. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sam Darnold has never, and I mean never, eclipsed any of those numbers. You say you cry every time you see Derrick Henry bust out in the game because we could have had him in 2016. Yes. There are so many players that's starting to piss me off that we could have had. I mean, you look back, we could have had Derrick Henry. We could have had the lineman. There was a lineman from the Lions that we had a chance to get. Oh, my God. He ended up going to make the Pro Bowl. Then we could have had all the quarterbacks that came out. We could have had Mac Jones. We could have had Trey Lance. We could have had any one of those guys from that draft that wasn't named Trevor Lawrence. We could have had any one of those guys. We could have been right now with Mac Jones as our head quarterback. But we took J.C. Horn. Now, there's no knock against J.C. Horn. I love the pick. He's a great player. He will be, he will showcase why he was picked number 8 overall. But what I am saying is we needed a fucking quarterback, man. And you see how long it's been since we had a left tackle, and it's taking these bitches. Jordan Gross retired in what, 2012, 2013, 2012, like right up in there? Somewhere, because I think he did like 1 year or maybe 2 years under Ron Rivera before he retired. I know it was like Cam's second year or so when Jordan Gross retired. We haven't had a decent left tackle since. We had Michael Orr in the Super Bowl year, but Michael Orr ended up, I think he went out with concussions, and we never seen this cat came back. And he just somehow retired from the NFL. I don't know what the fuck happened there. But just saying, you see how long it's taking them to get a fucking left tackle. And now we got Ike Ekwonu. And now the stupid ass Matt Rule talking about, well, he's a left side player. We're going to put him at guard, or we're going to try him over at tackle. But I think Brady Christensen's best natural spot is left tackle. You crazy son of a bitch. If you put this refrigerator with legs at guard, I'll ride all the way up to Charlotte just to slap you. I would. I would ride all the way up there. Because, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Brady Christensen, if his ass can't play guard this year, I know Cade Mays can. Cade Mays was a sleeper pick that we got in the draft. Put him out there and see what he's worth. Because, look, I'm telling you right now, the line is already made with Bozeman and all those other guys that we got to go with Taylor Moton and those guys. We got a revamped offensive line, man. And I'm not going to waste another damn ounce of energy on Brady Christensen if he can't get his little ass arms over there and get it together. Man, little T-Rex arms be pissing me off because they keep trying to slide him over there. Like I said, he's serviceable, but I'm not going to put him at left tackle over Ike Ekwonu where his natural spot is left tackle. So you make the team worse by putting him at guard if you decide to do that. You got to be a jackass. This is Matt Rudel. This is the same guy who basically told Baker Mayfield if he audible out any play, he's going to have to answer to them why in the hell he audible. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what football has Matt Rule played in the NFL? I'll wait. Not a damn snap. So you don't know what the hell he's talking about. Yeah, Jones looking like a real weapon. Terrence Marshall Jr. could have some. Hey, man, Terrence Marshall Jr. is going to be, I think, and this is the crazy thing, Terrence Marshall Jr. is going to go, I say, between 500 to 800 yards. But, bruh, that's all we need coming from him if DJ Moore going to bust out a good 12. And this is the thing. With an actual quarterback passing that rock to him, with everybody playing better and a better offensive line, I expect DJ Moore to eclipse 1,300 yards this year and make his first Pro Bowl. I expect that to happen. And I'm going to call it right now. This is why he's left off of the top 15 list. But you give him a quarterback that can get him the football and get it to him in the right spot, bruh, I'm telling you, man, watch what happens. This franchise shoots itself in the foot. We had a Super Bowl. Had they not parted ways with Smith battled with Aqib to leave his whole career. Hey, bruh, do y'all remember that Patriots Monday Night Football where Aqib Talib and Steve Smith ice up son that game? Oh, my God. I was in my house going crazy because every catch, it was Aqib Talib versus Smith, and those guys were fighting after every play. We haven't had a dog at receiver since then. But I'm telling you right now, because DJ a quiet-ass motherfucker, man. You got to watch some quiet cats, man, because that's the motherfucker with the backpack, man. He just waiting to explode on people. But you know what? I'll take that because he show up and he do his fucking job. He eat his little peanut butter sandwich and he don't fuck with nobody. So fine. Let him eat his peanut butter sandwich. That man is serviceable and he get the job done. But, bruh, I can't wait to get the NFC South back to rolling where it should be, man, with Carolina is on the top, and we actually got dogs out there ready to fight instead of everybody on social media out there just hollering and arguing about a bunch of bullshit. Nobody don't want to hear that from you, Robbie. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this year right here is a contract year for Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson got to realize he need Baker Mayfield more than Baker Mayfield need him. That's what he got to realize because he's done 2 years, I think, at like $11 million each. Well, we re-signed him after that big first year he had, and we gave him all that money. Well, since then, he hasn't produced shit. Well, and I know you can say, hey, he hasn't had a quarterback. Well, so hasn't DJ Moore. But DJ Moore is still giving you 1,100 yards. So Robbie, I think, almost led the damn league in drops. And that's the worst part. He's almost led the league in drops the last 2 years. Because for some reason, instead of he focused on catching the damn ball, he on social media taunting everybody that's in the Panthers organization or everybody around here instead of focusing on his craft. That's what the fuck we want to see you play. I don't want to hear you talk, Robbie. Shut up. You think the league is too high on the Bucs? I feel like the Saints defense versus our team improvements will decide this division this season. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bucs will go as Tom Brady go this year, and they like to develop a strong running game over there. They got those two twin towers and Mike Evans and Godwin over there. Gronk done retire again for like the second or third time, so you don't have to worry about him. I think Tom Brady will come down to earth because he threw for 5,300 yards last year. I'll say, now watch this. He threw for 4,700. But imagine the difference between 47 and 5,300. That's going to be a night and day difference because for Tom Brady, that's an average season. That's an average season. And if he able to complete an average season, we able to compete with him. I'm gonna just say it because they offensive line didn't. They offensive line got a little bit worse. They had their left tackle retire, but they replaced another guy with the draft with him. So I'm curious to see what the Bucks will look like this year. They don't actually scare me because for some reason, once you and this is my opinion, once you contemplate retirement, you already there. That's just my thoughts on it. If you say, "Hey, I'm tired of this shit and I want to retire," 9 times out of 10, bro, you already sitting on the beach, sipping mojitos with leaves, and you relaxing, bro. I don't know why you came back. Giselle had one fucking job to do. I couldn't even clean out my garage fast enough for him to get off the couch. I said, I'll be damned. Tom Brady comes back out of retirement. I'll be damned. Here we go. Just that quick. Oh, man. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at, and I'm going to do this right now. I was saying this earlier where I was talking about the top receivers in the league for the NFL. I want to list out my top 15 receivers. Just in case y'all were wondering. Just in case y'all said, okay, what type of shit is Will on? Because he did mention earlier about the whole list coming out. Yeah, I saw their list. I saw the Madden rankings, and I saw all that. But I'm going to go ahead and just list my list of wide receivers because I ain't got shit else to do. So, number 1, coming in, Davante Adams. I think he is the best wide receiver in all of football. When this guy steps on the field, it is a night and world's difference. And I got him, yes, over Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a nice, and I have to say, he had a historic season where he led in all the statistical divisions. He did his thing. I'm not even about to lie. But I still got him number 2 to Davante Adams because, and there's no bias, Davante Adams is just, this motherfucker is, man, look at here. The route running, the catch ability. I saw a play with this cat, literally, the ball, literally, Rodgers underthrew the ball, and this cat had done beat the receiver so bad, he had time to stop, turn around, grab the ball, go do his taxes, come back, sip a cup of tea, and then turn around and make that touchdown. I'm like, bruh. Yo, what's happening? I'm like, bruh, Davante Adams is on a whole nother level. That's my number 1 receiver in the NFL, and I doubt it's going to change for the next year or two because he's just that dynamic, man. Number 2, Cooper Kupp. I said this already. Number 3, Justin Jefferson. This is a little interchangeable because a lot of people like to put either Tyreek or maybe Stephon Diggs there, but I think you can't go wrong with Justin Jefferson being number 3 because he was giving niggas the business last year. And I mean that in the most sincerest form. I mean, he was out there beating these cats like it was something to do in his spare time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that team, Justin Jefferson, Thielen, and them boys, you got these good receivers here, and you can't win anything with that. Something is wrong with your organization, man. To have Thielen, Jefferson, and it was another one of those cats that was out there just beasting too. You got almost 3 damn near number 1 receivers, and you mean to tell me you can't win it? You can't even win a playoff game with that? That's the Vikings. I'm not going to get on it. I'm just saying. Number 4, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, I'm going to tell you right now, Patrick Mahomes is going to miss him because he made life so much easier. Yards after the catch, that yak. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, he's going to be well missed. And I almost said it like it was his memorial. He's going to be well missed up in Kansas City. and he got your boy now, Tua Tagovailoa. So we're gonna see if this gonna be this probably gonna be a make and break. This gonna be a make and break for Tua Tagovailoa, man, because that cat, he got a long way to go, man. They say he ready, but I don't believe it. In the words of Akon, he say he coming, but I don't believe him. Let's be out. That boy locked up. Hey, Stephon Diggs at number 5. Just because Stephon Diggs get in that kitchen and he cook on them niggas every Sunday. And it never ends. Just like DJ Khaled say, and another one. And another one. Number 6. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I know everybody be like, okay, where the hell we're going with this? Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase should be right outside your top 5 because he was just that dynamic with over 1,400 yards, man. As a rookie, bro. Oh, my God. If we had Jamar Chase on the fucking Panthers, oh, my God. I'm telling you right now, life would be so much different. That's another guy we missed out on. We could have had. But I'm not even getting into that. We spoke about that earlier. I'm not getting into that. I'm going to tell you right now. Number 7, Mike Evans. I was getting ready to take a jab at Matt Rule and his coaching staff and Scott Fitterer, but I'm not going to do that because they glance over a lot of players and these other organizations get them and they go out to be Pro Bowlers like Slater, like Perryman. We had Perryman as a linebacker here, and this fucker go to the Raiders, and now all of a sudden he all pro. Come on, man. Anyway, number 7 on my list, Mike Evans. Mike Evans, you gotta respect him and Chris Godwin. Those are number 7 and number 8 for me because as long as you got the GOAT Tom Brady thrown to you, you're gonna get your yards and your numbers, and it's gonna look real good. And you're just gonna eat that cake that he baked for you every week. I mean, it just is what it is. Number 9 for me is a little tricky because this guy hasn't updated his resume in almost a year. DeAndre Hopkins. But I can't take him out of the top 10 just yet. It's like I gotta see more. But it's like D-Hop, bro. This D-Hop. This man jumped over 3 people and won a game, man. Come on. I mean, come on, man. This D-Hop. He just got to update his resume, man. I'm expecting him to come in this year and start cooking his damn self. Number 10. I'm going to go, and this is where it gets tricky because there's a lot of good receivers where you start looking around, you be like, okay, where you going with this? Amari Cooper. The Browns just pick up Amari Cooper in that trade, and that was a pretty good move, man. He's a great route runner. He will give you his all to the second quarter, and then the bitch will take the rest of the game off. That's not the here nor the there. Anybody that can ball like he ball in 2 quarters and then rest and relax, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, D-Hop is never on the field, man, and he, like you said, he always suspended, man. I like D-Hop. I just can't take him out the top 10 right now because it's like, bruh, D-Hop is a physical specimen, man, and I hate to see everything that's starting to happen with him with the PED use and everything that's going on for the last year with the injury. I mean, God dog, bro, just come on, man. Steve Smith said it. Ice up, man, so you can get yourself back on that field, man. I want to see him in this season because he's going to be suspended, but hopefully he comes back and, he give us something to look at. If he can at least get 800 yards, I'll keep him in my top 10 because if you take half of the season off but still come out and ball out, that's respectable. Amari Cooper is solid injuries, and he ghosts at times. Yeah, he is ghost at times. That's what I was saying. Bitch you up for the first 2 quarters, and then he leave. I don't know what he do. But somehow he always seem to do it. Number 11 for me, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is a big receiver, bro. And, I mean, his catch radius is all out of this world. He's a monster. He can ball. He's what Kelvin Benjamin should have been. But Kelvin Benjamin want to grow, get 275 pounds and be the size of a D lineman. So I mean, hey, his knees can't withstand that. But anyway, number 12, CD Lamb. You look at the numbers that CD Lamb put up over 1,100 yards last year, and I'm like, okay. Now this is where it gets a little interchangeable because a lot of people would have had this guy a lot higher on this list, and they probably would have put D-Hop down. But Deebo Samuel, I got him at number 13. Yes, I know he had 1,400 yards. Yes, I know he had 300 yards rushing. But you got to look at it with his usage rate and how much he's being used. I just can't put him up there yet because, I mean, let's be honest. Is Deebo Samuel better, physically better than anybody in the top 5? No. Is he physically better than anybody in the top 10? You could argue that Deebo Samuel could be on the level with Amari Cooper and DeAndre Hopkins, maybe even Mike Evans. But Deebo, I need to see more from Deebo before I do that, man. I got to see more. Now, the next guy, this is where it get real cloudy at. DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, right now, in quarterback hell with nobody. But before he had Russell Wilson, and like I said, he had respectable numbers. But a lot of people say that this guy is not a complete receiver. So, I mean, it's a little hard with DK Metcalf because I like the guy. He's physically a freak. He can run routes. It's just, bro, we need to see more. We need to see more catch. We need to see more from you, bro. And that's just me being honest. Now, you're going to see what he's really made of now that he don't got a quarterback. We're going to see what he can do. Can he tote this franchise like how Steve Smith tote the Panther franchise for years? Can he do that? Can he put the Seahawks on his back? We're going to see. Now, this is where I think people are going to start looking at me sideways. All right, number 15, I got a tie for spot number 15. And that's Terry McLaurin and DJ Moore. I think those two guys I think DJ Moore had better numbers than him last year with 93 receptions, 1,157 yards. Terry McLaurin had 77 with 1,053. But for some reason, it just feels like those guys are like side by side, running neck and neck for some reason. I don't know why. Terry McLaurin is like a speedster, but DJ Moore is a technician. I mean, his yak and yards after the catch is ridiculous. DJ Moore could respectively be in a lot of people's top 15. I think with a better quarterback play and his numbers go up, I think he'll be top 10 if he can get that happen. Yeah, Terry has more explosive plays because you look at him, you be like, damn. Like how he was cooking Dante. Y'all remember when he was cooking Dante last year? Man, put the bitch on the platter. Yeah, he did. He served him up and put him on a platter. Y'all can say he was hurt. I don't want to hear that shit. If you suit up and you go out there to play, you're not hurt. That's just my mentality. I can't suit up and show up to work every day and say, fuck it, I ain't gonna work. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Waddle was cooking that. Oh, my God. That Miami game was so horrible, bro. D-Jack was running from side to side, and he was looking at everybody trying to figure out where his help was coming from. Bro, you ain't got no help. Y'all were 1-on-1. The hell you looking for? Oh, man, it was ridiculous, man. I'm to the point now where I realize that Dante Jackson, when it comes to speedy receivers, he's going to get burnt. Because like I told y'all before, his technique is so horrible. He finds himself out of place. When all he has to do, bro, you're running the same speed as them. You're running a 4.3. Come on, bro. Them guys running 4.3s, and I think one of them running a 4.29. But come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, y'all are around the same speed. All you got to do is make sure you keep your eyes on them. You can't take your eyes off of them and think think shit gonna be sweet after that. You can't do that. You can't take your eyes off them and think, oh, okay, yeah, I got him. No, you don't. No, you don't. What you need to do is watch this nigga. Watch him the entire time. And it says he'll come and hit some shit. But then he's thinking, I just said it, bro. Like, it's his technique, man. It's like he feels in his head because he's so fast, he don't have to take these cats seriously, must be. I don't know what it is, but I think you watch he goes off his back foot a lot, which is, first of all, you ever seen Deion Sanders and Chad Ochocinco get together, and Deion always say, you better straighten up that foot. You better straighten up that foot. Look at here. It's all about technique. It's all about technique, man. And his technique is horrible. I don't know why, but his technique gets him in trouble. And that's why he looks worse. Because I didn't think that they were going to re-sign him. I really didn't. Because look at how bad he was. He was so bad they ended up having to bench him. And once they benched him, I was like, bro, they're not going to re-sign him after showing looking like this. I said, they're going to re-sign Gilmore. And, yeah, we're going to have J.C. Horn and Gilmore next year. Wrong. What's up, fella? Wrong. They end up, and this is the sad part, letting Gilmore go for $11.5 million and re-signing Dante for $11.5 million. One is an all-pro. One is I get burnt every chance I get. I mean, it's the Panthers, though. My team does some of the stupidest shit I ever seen. I don't think he had a crazy. We could have got him for cheaper. Bruh, nobody was out there checking for Dante Jackson in these streets. Nobody checking for him. We could have got that man on a hometown discount, probably, I'd say, about $8-9 mil. $8-9 mil, we could have got him. Yeah. But if you think about it, and I think Big Cat pointed this out, he was like, Gilmore bumped into Matt Rule and those guys at dinner. And they were trying to talk about the contract. And I guess he realized he didn't want to be here because he realized that Matt Rule is a clusterfuck at coach. I mean, he's really fucking this organization straight in the ass. I just don't know any other way to put it than what it really is. I mean, Matt Rule, Matt, come here. You said it. You hit it on the head. Gilly didn't want to be here. Reddick didn't want to be here anymore. Reddick said, okay, I'm going to ball out, show these boys my value, and I'm going to go out and get my money. Since we not winning, I might as well make it about my bag. And that's what he ended up doing. Now, you look at this team since Matt Rule has taken it over. Look at how many great players we've had to come through here at Carolina in the last 2 to 3 years. How many of them has actually re-signed other than Brian Burns and Taylor Moton? None. They all get their money and go elsewhere. Because I think they realize without a shadow of a doubt, Matt Rule don't know what the hell he talking about. And unfortunately, we stuck with a cat. We stuck with a cat that really, how could I say this? He had on the job coaching. He had on the job learning. The team that we had last year was far more talented. We were talented all overall. We had D linemen, we had linebackers. We didn't have as many holes as we had. We actually had cornerback galore. Jeremy Chin was lone at safety, but he still was like productive. I'm gonna tell you right now, the team from last year to this year, I'm gonna be honest, we got a lot more holes because we don't got no linebackers. We did pick up Matt Ioannidis, and I will be saying that he will be the best signing, maybe possibly low-key the best signing that we picked up because he is a run stopper as well as a pass rusher at D tackle. Now, that was a great job signing him to pair with Derek Brown, but we still got a hole on that opposite side. And like I said, Marquise Haynes, he's good, but I need to see more. I really do. YGM. You think Bravion Roy gonna really step up? Oh shit. I got a better chance of hitting the Powerball. YGM, Bravion Roy was drafted in the later rounds, man. Think about it. Out of that draft where we went all defense, we only had 2 fucking guys to really hit off which was Jeremy Chin and Derek Brown. Because Brian Burns was already here. Jeremy Chin and Derek Brown. Everybody else, we're still waiting on them to develop 3 years later. Bro, we've been waiting on Bravion Roy to step up, and he hasn't done it yet. I mean, goddamn. I'm 31 now. I'll be maybe 35 before he even get a clue. I mean, come on, man. He made plays in what backfield? I saw his numbers. His numbers wasn't shit. Man, come Omar. Omar, you're reaching. You're reaching. Bravion Roy. Okay, so how about this? You think Bravion Roy is starting caliber? You really think he's starting caliber? You first week 1, you want to trot him out there and put his ass on that line? So on that defensive line, you want Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Matt Ioannidis, and Bravion Roy. That's what you want to go out there? No, hell no. Hell, I'll answer that for you. Hell no. We got to sign. That's why they were looking out here to re-sign somebody like Carlos Dunlap, because they realized that the production from those guys, what we're looking for from this spot, is not going to be on our team. %40 of the snaps, bruh. We need somebody that we can actually count on to produce instead of having 50 different guys to come in and be interchangeable. First of all, you need to solidify the front four. Solidify the front four, not keep interchanging pieces. That's the damn problem in Carolina. We keep switching out all these pieces before we get one guy that can be a complementary piece. We need a guy that's going to come in and actually get the damn job done. Bravion Roy is not getting the job done. I have seen almost enough. I'm going to say right now, YGM in his third year should have been that guy, but he isn't. And that's disappointing because he's another one that we drafted real high and had high hopes for. He need to make an impact. I ain't going to get stuck. No, don't get me started. Don't get me started with Derek Brown. Yeah, you know how I feel about Derek Brown. Don't get me started. Derek Brown was possibly triple team, possibly the most on our team out of anybody last year. And that's even with Hassan Reddick. See, because what niggas keep failing to realize is they had Hassan Reddick most of the time in the linebacker spot as well as the DN spot. So a lot of the times they didn't know which side he was coming from. The offensive, they didn't know which side he was coming from. But most of the time, Hassan Reddick was standing up rushing versus had his hand in the dirt. And so with that being said, Derek Brown caught the worst end of that deal. And motherfuckers keep saying that Derek Brown ain't doing his job. Derek Brown, the man got 2 and 3 bodies on him, but he ain't doing his job. Nah, man, that's personnel. The man needed help. Get the man some damn help, man. That's ridiculous, man. You don't get him no help, but you're going to talk shit about him and bench him. Oh, that's smart. We not stopping the run. What motherfucker, you ain't got no linebackers? Yes, we do need to be able to rush with 4. But we need better linebackers all around because Frankie Louvu is not going to get it done. I hate to say it. You bet your ass on letting Hassan Reddick go for fucking Frankie Louvu. So let me understand this right. The man just went out and gave you 11.5 sacks. You bet your bottom ass on, oh, okay, Frankie Louvu can give me the same production. No, the fuck he can't. Who told you that? No. But this is the same stupid ass decisions that we've been making over years because we're too cheap to pay motherfuckers what they're worth. That's the problem right here in Carolina. They don't want to pay a motherfucker for what he's worth. They want to pay him for what he could do. Potential. I don't give a fuck about potential. You know what? Omar, you really done got me worked up now. YGM had 12 sacks. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Come on, man. Phil Snow is hoping. I'm telling you, from what I got from Phil Snow in those interviews, he seemed a little frustrated with YGM, man, because it's like the best availability is having your ass out on that field. And he hasn't been there in 2 years. YGM has the potential to give you 12 sacks, but the bitch won't do it. He need, and that's the thing, we need to be able to stop this run. So tackles for loss, it should be number one on our priority list. We need to have somebody that can eat in that backfield. If you know Derek Brown is that guy, you paired him with Matt Ioannidis, we expect those two to eat. But you need a linebacker that can fly from side to side to be able to make tackles, then go up in there whenever you look around, because you need, we haven't had a guy since Luke Kuechly. And I mean, that's just facts. And the sad part is we didn't have any backups when Luke Kuechly retired that we could have plugged in and play. That's not any knack against, I mean, you got to be honest, that's the organization for not having any quality backups. Because Luke should have been, in his 7 for 8 year, he should have had somebody mentored and sitting there waiting behind him. But instead, we didn't do that. We didn't have somebody there for Luke Kuechly to mentor other than Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thompson has been underwhelming in every aspect. It's because he's inconsistent. He'll start off the season piping hot, then he'll get injured. When he's not injury prone, he's inconsistent. So 8 years in, we were paying this guy close to $18 million, and he hasn't made a Pro Bowl yet. Why in the blue fuck will we do that? Why? I don't get it. We need, instead of we took our time and hit the free agency, hit the draft, we passed on a couple motherfuckers in this last draft. Well, I said, bro, we could get this guy and we can plug him in and play him. But they didn't do that. Shaq can't be the best linebacker on the field. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if Shaq is your best linebacker on the field, your ass ain't winning games. I'm going to let you know that now. Because at best, Shaq is above average. And I hate to say that because he's a leader. He can rally people around him. But Will Anderson. Who is Will Anderson? We need to be looking at Will Anderson. Who is Will Anderson? I'm not familiar with him, Omar. Where he from? What team he was playing on? I need to look this cat up. You say Will Anderson. Who is that? Because if he can help us and he available, hell, we need to do it. Will Anderson, Alabama, edge rusher. Is that the guy? Linebacker? Yeah. Fifth in the Heisman. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking him up right now. You think he'll be a step up? I mean, somehow we need to get a middle. Because if you don't have a quarterback on the defense, just like how they say on offense, if you don't have a quarterback on offense, you don't have anything. We don't have anybody on that defense that can call any signals and sniff out plays before it gets started. That's the problem. Shaq Thompson is very serviceable, but he's not a signal caller. He's not the guy that you want out there basically trying to lead your defense. He's a complementary piece. And a lot of people don't realize that Shaq Thompson is definitely a complementary linebacker. He needs another guy with his similar skill set to be productive. I mean, let's be honest. If we can get another linebacker, and this is what trips me out about Damian Wilson. We go out, we get this guy. He got trouble problems where he beating bitches and shit on the side. He beating women on the side. And now all of a sudden, he might not even play because he's going to be on the commissioner exempt list. So what we do? We just wasted all this money on signing him. Do we rescind the offer that we gave him? I mean, what the hell do we do there? I mean, there are some linebackers sitting there in free agency. We should do. What do you think about these safeties? Bro, I already told you, Jeremy Chin, right now at free safety, and Xavier Woods at strong safety, that's going to be serviceable. Like Jeremy Chin, and I think he's overlooked all the time because of the team that he's playing on. He's playing on the Carolina Panthers. We don't get much exposure. Our TV network isn't as huge, or the market isn't as huge as everybody else's. But if you look at his numbers and compare him to other starting safeties, the cat should have been in already to at least a Pro Bowl or two by his numbers. But he's been shunned 2 years in a row because of his market. I think you pair him with Xavier Woods, and let's look at this. Xavier Woods at strong safety. You got Jeremy Chin at free safety. Then you put J.C. Horn at your top cornerback. Your other cornerback, I would put Keith Taylor. That's just me being honest. Dante Jackson, because he got the speed, I would put him in the slot because he could compete and run with any one of those fast guys. It's just, his technique is going to fuck him. It's going to fail him. But you put him in there and you put those guys in there, that's a solid backfield. The problem is we don't have a linebacker that's going to be able to come in there and run sideline to sideline. And until we address that, just like how we glance over left tackle, just like how we glance over quarterback, just like we glancing over all these spots, until we do that, we will not get it fixed. You like Sam Franklin? Because our safety's always getting hurt. I'll tell you what, we better have a contingency plan because injuries ate us up last year. And without having a number 2 or a number 3, look at some of the best teams in the league right now. What do they have? They have depth. That's something the Carolina Panthers don't have because we focusing so far now on just getting players on the field to be starters. That's our number 1 focus because we were so bad last year. Well, we should be working and focusing in year 3 under Matt Rule on depth, building up this team for future success. We're going fucking backwards. We're building up this team for right now. We're not building up young players for later on. That's what we should have been doing. But once again, my homie Wade said this, small organizations, that's not one of the Carolina Panthers. They're just not a small organization. We're in a position where we have to now think with our asses on the line. You got to think like your ass is on the line. That's what you got to do. And that's what Matt Rule and Scott Fitterer is doing. They're thinking like, oh, shit, we got to get this person because if we don't get this person, you're going to get fired. We need somebody that's going to produce. Instead of they had, like I said, they should have had backup defensive linemen. They should have had backup linebackers. They should have had already corners in place where, like how they had Keith Taylor. Keith Taylor is one of the guys that they had in place where we drafted him a year ago. Well, that was a good draft. Like they had him in place, they should have had different linebackers already in place. But instead, you give away Denzel Perryman for a box of cookies. Shaq Thompson show up whenever the hell he want to show up. Frankie Louvu was sitting in the back. Like I said, nobody in this linebacker core, if I had to rate them guys 0 to 100, nobody other than Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thompson might be in the 80s. But everybody else is 70, 71, 70, maybe 75 at best. And that ain't going to win you no games. That's not. Because those are situational players. Frankie Louvu is a situational guy. He comes in just to pass rush. What the fuck that going to do for us when it's time to stop the run? Bruh, it's a head case, man. I'm telling you guys right now, it's a head case, man. Damn, I look up a whole hour done gone. Man, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, man. This has just been a Wednesday night check-in. I just want to do something because I really haven't done nothing in a while. And where it's just me solo dolo, just doing something. I will be doing a live on Saturday night. Look forward to my live on Saturday night where I do my round table, where I invite all NFL fans to the channel and we just chop it up. So that's going to be going on, I think probably like 9 p.m. Saturday night. If you're free, check it out. Tillman, I want to see you there. I appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good night out there. And like I said as well, the 75th subscriber that I get will be receiving something on the house from me, from your boy Q. I will take care of that myself because I appreciate you that much, from KeepPoundingTVShop.com. So if I select you, once I get to 75, I just want you to go and pick out what you want and let me know. And I'll get it to Big Cat. So, man, y'all have yourself a wonder one. And if y'all watching this, man, and you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your boy Q, and I'm out.